Assalamu alaikum children. Welcome to the science class for the grade 4. This is lesson number 13, the environment part 3. In the previous two videos we have studied in detail about our environment and what is pollution. In the pollution we have seen the types like air pollution, its causes and effects and how to reduce it. And water pollution, its causes, effects of polluted water and steps to reduce water pollution and to save water also we have seen. In today's video we will continue with soil pollution. So children, let's see. The contamination of soil with harmful substances that may harm us or other living beings is called soil pollution. As we have seen, the pollution means the unwanted substances in the environment, the presence of unwanted and harmful substances in the environment. So when we are talking about the soil pollution, so how the soil get polluted? When harmful substances mixes with the soil. So it happens when we throw the garbage directly openly to the land. So because of its dirt and because of non-biodegradable waste, this soil, this land gets polluted. So here are some causes of soil pollution. Excessive use of pesticides and fertilizers. What are pesticides? The farmers use some like medicines or some fertilizers which they use to kill the pest. Pest means here small microorganisms which destroy the crops. So sites means killing. Pest means insects, sites means killing. Okay. For killing the insects, which medicine farmers use, that is called pesticides. And fertilizers, excessive fertilizers. These fertilizers can be made of chemicals. So because of excess use of pesticides and fertilizers, this soil, this land gets polluted. Okay. What are the next reasons? Leakage in sewage system. Sewage system means whatever the water from our houses, from after the domestic use, the water from the drains, if it leaks from the pipe, so the dirty water, when it goes openly to the land, it causes soil pollution. Then untreated waste water from industries. So the after using the water which is waste water which released out from the industries, it also if leave it openly in the on the ground, so the soil gets polluted. So what are the effects of soil pollution? Let's see. Because of these chemicals, because of these pesticides, insecticides and wastewater in sewage, dirty water, because of that, the plants grown in polluted soil may be contaminated. So in that land, whichever the plants grows, that will be contaminated. It will be harmful for us. Soil pollution can make the land infertile. Here word infertile means which is not the land which is not good for growing crops. Okay. Soil pollution can make the land infertile, means plants cannot grow healthy on this land. So the land will become infertile. Then contaminants in soil may infiltrate into groundwater and pollute it. So as you have seen in the water cycle, that is rainwater will be absorbed by the earth and it's stored in groundwater. So deep in the earth's crust there will be groundwater. So when this polluted water, this dirty water will be absorbed by the land, it pollutes this groundwater, which we get it from the bore wells or from other sources, which groundwater we and the farmers take, that will be polluted and it is harmful for our health. What is waste disposal? Let's see. Anything that is left over and not used is thrown as waste. So mostly you might have seen our kitchen waste and whatever the things which we throw, which is waste for us, which is not in use. Anything that is left over and not used is thrown as waste. So waste can be from our homes, factories and agricultural fields. So waste can be produced anywhere in our homes, in our kitchen or in the factories or in the agriculture fields. So in our daily lives, we generate different forms of waste. Like waste material can be grouped into two types. So as we are saying that waste can be produced anywhere in our homes, in our daily life, or agricultural basis, or factories, anywhere the waste can be produced. Wherever the life is there, the waste can be produced. So this waste is grouped into two categories, that is biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste. Here bio means, remember, it is living. Okay, the waste which is related to the which we get from fruits, vegetables and all. Okay, so what is biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste? Let's see in detail. What happens to the following: newspaper that comes to your house every day, the glass, mug, plate and cup that break, fruit and vegetable peels, seeds, the polythene bags and old plastic bottles, old toothbrushes, empty toothpaste tubes and shampoo bottles, old clothes and shoes you no longer use. So this is all about the waste which we produce at home. It can be newspaper, it can be broken glasses, it can be the peels of vegetables and fruits, it can be polythene bags, it can be plastic bottles or toothpaste tubes, shampoo bottles, whatever the waste we produce at home, it is all about that. So in this waste, when we observe carefully, some of the waste such as fruits and vegetable peels decay quickly and mix with the soil. So in this waste, some items like fruits and vegetables, their peels or paper or cloth, these things, if we put into the soil for some time, it decompose and it will finish. Compared to them, when plastic bottles and metallic cans and what metallic vessels, whatever will be there, when we keep it in the soil or when we throw openly, it will not decompose by itself. So the things which get decomposed quickly or automatically when it decomposes, they are called biodegradable waste. Some of the waste such as fruits and vegetable peels decay quickly and mix with the soil. Such waste that decay naturally, the things which decays naturally, is called biodegradable waste. Okay, so from this term bio, we can just understand, for your better understanding, I am saying you bio means the living things. So the products which we are getting from the plants or animals, they decompose in the soil naturally, they decompose easily. And the products which we are getting from non-living sources like plastic, metallic cans and other things which made by non-living things, they cannot decompose easily naturally, they cannot decompose at all. Even the plastic, especially plastic covers, plastic bags, plastic objects, so they are called non-biodegradable waste. Understood? The waste which can decompose naturally, that is called biodegradable waste, and the waste which cannot decompose naturally, they are called non-biodegradable waste. Understood? Some waste does not decay naturally even after hundreds or thousands of years. These plastics and metals which we are talking about, they cannot decompose for the hundreds of years also. Such waste that does not decay naturally is called non-biodegradable waste. The waste created from plastic, metals and glass are examples of non-biodegradable waste. So list out the things which comes under biodegradable waste and which comes under non-biodegradable waste. So that's it for today's video. We will continue this in next video and we'll see how can we save our environment by using this 3 R's method. Okay, take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.